Good evening, you filthy apes. Welcome to AMC and ADD, where we buy, we hold, and we screw the hedgies. Screw them. Today I have Adam here with me. Adam is what I would consider to be the expert in TradingView that I know of. He's one of my moderators on the team, and Adam's going to help us show the basic standard setup for TradingView from a minimalistic point of view, so that if you want to just use TradingView to be able to look at indicators on AMC as it's squeezing, he's going to help you to try and set that up. So, Adam, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and give us a presentation here.
All right. Hey, thank you, Casey, giving me the opportunity to kind of show those that are interested in just trying to get their feet wet on, uh, trading in general. So, yeah, let's take a look at TradingView. You can go to your normal Google search or whatever search engine you use. Type it in. We're just going to go right into the home page of TradingView. This is probably what uh, um, most people will probably see right when they get into
A confused looking
uh,
trader. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
confused.
Confused. What is
Or
this?
or maybe this is what you look like if you don't trade and MOASS is happening and we're just looking at that extremely high number. Uh,
That's what hedge funds look like when they're seeing the high
yeah,
number go up.
no, don't go. Screw the hedgies.
Screw the hedging. Screw them.
This could be a meme. Just let it go.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, you guys definitely you're gonna want to search your ticker. Uh, we're gonna do AMC for all intensive purposes as the intro. If you noticed, there are different markets that AMC is traded on, and that'll give you the different values. We are on the New York Stock Exchange. From here, we're going to want to launch the chart. There are other options. If you decide to trade other than stocks, there are futures, forex, crypto, index, bond, and economy. Um, some other features you can dive into: ideas, scripts, and people. Um, uh, I have posted some of my thoughts and ideas on here, and you can go and read others on what they think on whether something's bullish or bearish and other trading tips. It's actually a really nice feature. Just people that are actually signed up in the community to go and check out. So we're going to launch the AMC chart. It's gonna should start out as your basic um, your normal stock candle look. Uh, should you prefer a different candle look or perspective, you're going to want to click up in this top left-hand corner. Here you can select from bars to candles, hollow candles, line, area, baseline, uh, the Heikenhashi, Renko, line break, Kagi, point and figure, and range. Um, in this basic version, in your first introduction into it, if you're not paying for the higher up prescriptions, uh, you can do a 30-day free trial. You'll constantly keep getting this alert, um, but there are different options. Definitely, if you're interested, play around with it and get into it, I guess. But for now, I constantly just keep clicking this off. We're going to stay with the typical candle option. Next thing you want to do, if you notice the chart is in a daily time format. In other words, um, every candlestick is a representation of what happened in that day. You can notice up here with the call outs. So if I'm on this day that happened on September 14th of 2021, if you notice the date is called out at the bottom, um, but you can see the open, the high, the low, and the close, and the change in percentage along with the change in the dollar amount just for that day. That's a real nice feature. If you noticed over here to the left, you'll see the volume call out. So wherever your indicator is dragged over, you'll see that day's volume. Um, uh, what else? So this is a 1 day setup. Obviously, more alerts keep popping up, which can be an annoying thing. And another annoying ad shows up. No ads on any chart. Ads are important for any business. 30-day trial. So we're going to click off. Um, Well, with the timing, you can choose to see all of the chart that happened over the last 5 days. You can do it over a 6 month. You can do it over a year, um, if the stock is old enough. You can go down to the minute with the basic free subscription. There are other options to go lower, but I believe those cost. Um, you can select it from a range of tickers and not just daily. You can select 100 ranges of the last 100 ticks. When you do that, you notice that it does change the the candle style uh, to a range. In order to fix that, you just go back to your normal time frames of 1 hour. If you notice, I'm not changing any of the time by selecting it down here or at the bottom. I'm using the scroll wheel now on my mouse, um, and that's allowing me to change the timing of it. You can also change the overall amplitude of the stock to be able to make adjustments. Down here on the bottom, you can also add more time and take it out. So there's definitely a lot of easy options to adjust your liking when staring at this. Another thing you could do is you can go to a certain time by choosing its date. That one's select any date and go via the calendar, so we can choose it and it'll go to that date and call it out. Um, so uh, timing the chart, that's pretty simple in itself. The next thing you want to do is once you kind of have an idea what you like, we can go ahead and select indicators. TradingView has a amazing amount of indicators. A lot of them you can actually modify just for demonstration. I'm going to choose the relative strength index. Um, it's a pretty common one that probably most traders are familiar with. Here, uh, I believe with the free subscription, you can only do one indicator.
I think you can do
So,
two.
okay, so welcome to TradingView Custom Script Engine.
Try a second one because I'm pretty sure you can do two.
Okay, let's throw MACD on up there. Okay, so two indicators. Vortex indicator.
Oh, dang, you got
Oh,
three.
it's okay.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it
I'm
is
wondering,
three. It is three.
is it three?
Yeah, no, it is three because I can usually throw up a third one in there. I think anything beyond that is where you start having issues.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
no more than three indicators. Um,
So pick your three wisely.
yes, choose your three wisely. Uh, another alert. Um, you can save these. What do you want to say? These, I
Setups.
guess, setups, trading setups. That option is up here at the top where you would save that layout. Um, and then once you have you can rename them to whatever you want to rename them. Obviously, I got to create an account. We're just in a demo. So indicators, there's a lot of options with indicators. Also with technicals, Bollinger Bands, you can go into strategies. Yeah, you can really get into this deep. Financials, there's just a tremendous amount that you can get into. That all depends on the amount of information that is actually supplied to TradingView in order to you know get more technical about. Uh, so we have our indicators. Um, some of the nice features is to be able to have adjust data for dividends down here at the bottom. The session is, I believe this is regular trading hours and then extended trading hours. So depending on if your stock is traded at all times of the day, some stocks are only traded between that 9:30 bell opener to 4 o'clock close, and some of them, I think most of them probably are traded pre and post trading times, right? The one thing you do have to pay attention though is you might see, I know with AMC, that if you have after hour extended trading hours on, you'll notice these lines show up. Uh, AMC will not show the last 15 minutes of data. There's like a 15-minute lag. So And it's not just that; it could be the exchange where they're getting that information from, but it's only on the pre and or yeah the after hours. Um, and then it's not all stocks. Some stocks will be to the minute or to the second even too. Uh, what else?
Can you show?
For those of
Oh, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, so percentage, you can choose how you want the percentages. Um, I guess the chart to be set up in a percentage look. You can click that off. For those of you that like logarithmically, you can set the chart to be in log. Uh, Typically, log is for like long-term trading. Auto will basically lock your chart in to where you can't move it up or down. You have to click it off in order to make adjustments to it to however you want to make it fit. What were you going to ask there, Casey?
I was going to say like a Fibonacci trend or
Okay.
maybe some arrows or something like that. Like how can you show trend lines if somebody wanted to use trend lines or copy and paste of patterns?
Okay.
Those are that's
So
actually a little more advanced. Let's just stick to like Fibonacci and just trend lines, simple trend lines.
okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, once you have your indicators here and your main chart up top, you notice that it can get pretty busy though too. Like there's not enough space, but um you want to be able to look at just this chart alone. So if you double click in this area of chart, it will expand and make it bigger. If you double click again on your left mouse, it'll zoom out. So you could look at any of these charts and fully expand them to your liking, in and out, you know, snap of a finger. So typical, if we're looking to do just if you notice on this left bar here, there's a lot of options. You can select your type of cursor, cross, dot, arrow, eraser. I have mine as a cross. You can draw certain trend lines, right? Out to your liking. Um, you can choose the colors. You can set the thickness. There's a number of things you can do. You can do transparency and all that stuff too. Uh, when you're done, you can delete them. You notice down here there's a magnet. You can actually turn on. It's like an anchor mode or snap. So when you do select your lines or your cursors, if you notice, it'll actually snap in to the lowest point or the highest point, depending on what side of the candle you are on. For example, so I'm on the low side, snaps to the low side. If I'm on the high side, it snaps to the high side. Um, Sometimes you have to toggle in and out with that I find in order to get it where you like. One common indicator or um, trading feature that one might use is the fib. So on here, this one's actually uh, backwards. You can actually go into the settings, and I believe it's going to be a reverse, maybe. So that actually reverses it. Um, let's say you want to extend it, so you're going to highlight it, and you notice the little bar comes up, and we want to extend the lines. You can either go left or you can go right. That way we can project and see where our fib levels are of uh, of it breaking through. And obviously, you can see the touch points of where this came back in touch. Here's a fib, and it barely broke out through the top. So I would say that's a pretty quick fib drawing extension. Yeah, I guess last thing, if you are needing a trading platform, this is probably one of the easiest ones to get into. Um, if you get the option and you need more, okay, it says you're going to need a bigger monitor. Uh, there are options to be able to multi-screen trade, so you could have a minute in one corner, a 5 minute in the other, an hour or daily. Um, Here you can notice the different types of layouts. You can have the hot dog style, or you can have straight up vertical up and down. You can have up to 8 in one layout. There's also where you can sync it up to timing. Like there are a lot of amazing features and options that TradingView offers, and constantly trying to learn more and more what it has to offer. So yeah, other than that, um, I'm always available for any questions. Same
What
thing.
what's your Twitter? You're at what is it?
Parker A24, I believe.
Okay, so if anybody has any kind of trading view questions and they want to ask him and I'm not available, I guess you're offering to help,
Yeah, yeah,
or I'm making you offer.
yeah. Anytime, anytime. Parker A24.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much for coming on and talking about this. It's a huge help, and the community definitely was requesting this, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Alrighty, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow morning.